What's up guys, Lvladen here. Today I'm coming at you with a soul shuffle video. Alright, let's get right into it. We are playing Ret Warrior Disc versus Disc Affliction Windwalker. This lobby, in theory, is actually winnable for Ret Paladin. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to get my double diamond lights up right here along with my Radiant Glory Crusade and then walk towards the priest right here for a Hodge on him. I get the Hodge. Go back into the dome. The Windwalker ring of pieces of the dome, so I can't really take too much advantage of it, but I have a pain suppression on myself anyway. We get shield out, we get wall out of the Warlock here, and my priest gets feared and CS'd. I do have to bubble here because he was CS'd, but I did sank the fear anyway. I get a blind on the priest, trinket, and we try, I believe this is the second pain suppression we get out of this, this Warlock right here. I'm looking for another full Hodge on the priest, no trinket. But I get disarmed. I triggered the disarm here to try and get that last big Anji Hammer of Wrath Templar strikeout, and fortunately we do actually take the Warlock out right there. Kind of surprised that the Warrior's damage was a little bit lower, but sometimes it happens. All right, this Warrior charges, avatars me right out the gate. I'm gonna get my Dawn Lights out into a Wake of Ashes, get my double Dawn Lights, Sun's Avatar on everyone, get a full Hodge on the healer. And good fear by the warrior to peel my damage. Here's my priest. I'm trying to sank him out. I get the sank here. I do get swapped, but unfortunately we overlapped lay on hands and swap. I wasn't entirely sure if this priest is going to be pushing cooldowns or not out of CC, but I guess I should have trusted him. It's really tough to tell because MMR did get reset in the Soul Shuffle lobby here, which is nice. I really like it. Their fast queues is like the first time that have had a consistent 10 to 15 minute queues in a long time. So right here, myself and the Windwalker monk, we're just trying to kill this this lock here. Because the priest was in a paralyze, I opted to just Hammer of Justice the Warlock right there, so he couldn't gate, but he gates outside of the Hammer of Justice anyway. DR leg sweep on both DPS right here. They're sitting inside the dome. Doesn't look like we can Ring of Peace them out of the dome, but we do double dome. Okay, there's the Ring of Peace. Very nice. Kind of pushes them out. Warlock ports anyway. I'm noticing I can maybe swap to this Fear Warrior in the future because he does not have his wall anymore. I'm going to try and get a couple big, meaty Blessing of Anji Empowered Hammer of Wrath right here, and that one, 869k, takes that Warlock out. That's why I like the execute talent with Anji proc. Alright, this actually is a very difficult comp for us to fight right here. Windwalker Fury, they should in theory just go the lock and absolutely annihilate him. The warrior is completely line of sight of his healer, so I opt to Hammer of Justice him behind the pillar, and I actually successfully get his trinkets. I'm going to go for a blind on this healer here. I'm going to blind him. I know it's a little bit suspicious to blind when an Affliction Warlock is on your team, but right now, I was far enough away where it wouldn't hit the melee. I have Blessing of Protection, the Warlock low. Again, not sure what type of trading values we have here. But it's good that we didn't really overlap too much this time. These healers have actually been pretty good. I do think they're about even here. Alright, so this warrior, I notice, he has his wall and stuff. I do kind of want to kill him, though, as it fades. Got a Ring of Peace out of our own dome, a little unfortunate. I'm going to get a full stun on the healer and try and go on the Fury Warrior. I believe Fury is a little bit more squishy than Windwalker. Windwalker really isn't squishy at all into melee right now because of their dodge talents and the Fist of Fury parry. Well, I don't know about all melee, but like specifically Ret Paladin, Windwalker does pretty good surviving into. I do still like cleaving my my Dawn Lights on him as well, but now he doesn't have Karma. Now he's a potential kill target. I sack my Warlock because he's taking a lot of damage. I only really have Lay on Hands to save him in the future, but now we're in Dampening and they have Mortal Strike, so it's a little bit difficult for Lay on Hands to do too much. This is where that new talent would come in handy, the Lay on Hands healing reduction ignore talent from next patch, but it's not quite there yet. I do end up laying on hands the lock because I have both my shields here. I'm going to pop them as soon as they come off cooldown and I'm not stunned. This warrior is in pretty much execute range here. I get a full stun on the healer and down the warrior goes. Doing pretty good damage as well. All right, this is more of an even matchup, I think. Windwalker does very well into other melee right now. He disarms me on my Wake Wings, and I'm a little bit scared for my Fury Warrior and myself, honestly, right now. I notice we still have 2 charges of pain suppression, and they are bursting, so a little hesitant onto what's going on here, but the Rapture Shields are coming in hot. My Warrior uses his Enrage regen at full HP while they're not really on him, so very curious about that move right there. Good Ring of Peace by the Monk to allow us to not really connect onto his Warlock here. I AoE freedom us to get to the Warlock, and I hodged the healer. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to take too much advantage of that CC on the healer because of the lock kiting, but that's okay. He's almost in Blessing of Anchi execute range. Trying to fish for some of those procs here. I full blind the healer. These guys love making the little infinity symbol with their domes. They always like kind of put them in a little Venn diagram. A dome diagram. Alright, this lock is trying to fear my my priest. Again, I overlap, bop, and swap. You know, I really need to start trusting the healers here because you know, they've played pretty well. But that's okay. We should be able to end this very soon, hopefully. We do have a pain suppression for myself. I get it out, very nice. I'm gonna kick the mind control, focus kick on the mind control right there. I have my Wake of Ashes coming up very shortly. I use my Lay on Hands, it does nothing. And I notice I'm really in trouble, so I run away here, guys. Don't be afraid to run away. Even just very briefly. I ran away for like that last 5 seconds for my Wake Wings to come back and to try and allow my healer to recover. That's kind of what you have to do in shuffle situations. Whereas if I just stayed in there, even for that 3 seconds, they may have been able to finish me off. And just like that, we're able to turn the pressure around on the lock and get the win. All right, so we're once again against the Windwalker Fury matchup with my Affliction Warlock. For no reason at all, this warrior runs in behind the pillar and pops everything, including his wall, his fear, Blade Storm, Avatar. Not entirely sure what's going on here, but he just went in and pushed every single button in the game. Therefore, that is the sign of the player that you guys want to end up killing. Any player that mismanages their cooldowns like that is generally a good target to kill because they'll consistently overextend or they'll just make other silly mistakes. So he leaps away, which, you know, he has to leap away now because he has no wall. So I'm just going to kind of stay on him. Unfortunately, I was just barely out of range, or I guess I missed my kick on that ultimate pen. But that's okay. It didn't really recover them that much. Affliction Warlock damage is absolutely insane. I do get a defensive Dawnlight on my Warlock here. I'm trying to avoid having to use my Lay on Hands because that's the last big tool I have to save him. I guess I did Blessing and Protection there, but I'm going to trust my healer to heal me and do my best to you know, sprinkle in a couple Eternal Flames every now and then. Rat healing is actually really nice now. I really do like Eternal Flame and Sacrosanct Crusade and the hero talents. Big Wake Wings right here. We get Truce Wake on both of them. The Windwalker Monk is popping off, so I'm just going to try and counter pressure on top of the Warrior. The Warrior is in D-stance. I believe his Enrage Regen must be coming off soon. I get a full stun on the healer right here. I sack my Warlock and freedom him as well, and I toss my Lay, and I really don't want him to die here. We do have Dome and Swap, but that's only a couple cooldowns, and you know, both these classes are really bursty. And they're running away. Good for them. They both made a good decision to run away, but honestly, like the monk went kind of the wrong way. Should have followed the warrior to his healer because he aligned his healer there. All right, last round here. We have Affliction Fury, and I'm with my priest, or you know, one of the disc priests. Get my cooldowns out. They're bursting pretty hard. I'm gonna go ahead and double wall right here. I'm waiting for the PS. Hopefully you get a pain suppression. There we go, pain suppression. I missed my kick on the Warlock, a little unfortunate. I do sank the Stormbolt immediately, and I am expecting another pain suppression. My healer is currently not in CC, and unfortunately, we just go down right there. I mean, it happens, honestly. I could have bubbled, but unfortunately, at that point in the skirmish, or I'm sorry, in the solo shuffle, I was kind of trusting the healers because that guy wasn't in CC. He had swap. He had another pain suppression. But honestly, you have to play greedy, and I won the other rounds playing greedy, so I should have just pushed the divine shield and not really been too concerned with the healer. But oh well, you know, if you reset the MMR, you kind of gotta be aware of what MMR that you're playing at. And that lock hit me very, very hard. I'm gonna show you guys a clip real quick on the screen. That hit like, I think it was over 1 million Shadowbolt. I'll display it. I don't remember. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.